Konnichiwa, Nagi-san here again, and today we're looking at the Midway Seattle board. This board actually, this board runs CarnEvil, and that is a shooting game released by Midway in about 1998 or 1999. It was released on Halloween, and yeah, it's actually a really fun shooter. It uses the same standard optical guns that Point Blank can use, so I thought, well, why not? And also, considering it was only at 99p bidding, I thought put a bid on it for £35 and see how it goes. Turns out I won this for 99p, which is great. So I basically paid for shipping. Yes, I bought this board in, and I was quite happy to get it all in. I've got the gun widget board somewhere as well, it's not attached there. This connector is actually really odd. It's like a push pin connector, but that you screw the board into. But yeah, you don't get that on the other Midway games, or the games that use the Seattle board. You only get that on games that use the widget boards. The board specs are actually quite good. This is an R5000 CPU. I think it's MIPS based. We've got the Voodoo 1 graphics chipset made by 3DFX here, and then the RAM right beside it. We've got the Galileo. This is a system controller IC, which, yes, this has fallen off. I need to replace the sticky thermal paste, which I haven't done. It's missing its lithium-ion battery, but the guy who originally had this put a coin battery, which I don't know if it's any good. We've got the I/O controller, and then we've got various sound processors. Well, we've got the ADSP processor, which is the digital signal processor, and then we've got the ROM sections over here. You might notice only the security is in there. Yes, plug this in. Not only did this cap blow up, which I've already replaced, that's a 10 microfarad 16 volt capacitor. It needs to be electrolytic, but you know, I've replaced that already because that blew up. And yeah, basically what this board is, or what this board does, is absolutely nothing. I'll show you. Well, obviously it's not going to work here now, but I'll show you what it was doing. Is this. When you plugged it in, and you can power it using the Molex port, because the jammer pins are directly connected. When you did power it up, this is what happened. Hopefully this doesn't blow up again. What's this? The lights are on, but no one's home. Yes, the board just doesn't boot code, and you'll be saying, but Naoki, it has no boot ROM. And you're correct, it doesn't. However, I've removed that because I don't know if those chips are any good. I think they are, but I don't know. I kind of half hope it does and half hope it doesn't work, because the reason I suspected boot ROM is, again, because it was doing nothing, and after about 3 seconds it should be flashing the LEDs on certain ones, and it's not. So I took the ROMs out, and I've asked the Jammer Plus forums, and more specifically, what was his name? It was Nimajamin, something similar to that. I apologise in advance if I said that wrong. However, and I'm going to ask him if he can check these. What's annoying about this situation is that I think I have the 1.0.2 board, which, you know, is really means nothing to the end user. However, to the main project, it's quite annoying, because if the ROMs are bad, it means that we've lost out on a chance to dump it, because they don't have the 1.0.2 board. They have the 1.0.1 board and 1.0.3 board, but they don't have the 1.0.2 board. I've got the hard drive, but if the ROMs are dead, we're not going to get those. It doesn't so matter about the boot ROM. I think that's the same on all of them, but the sound ROM, it does matter, because that is different. So, but if the ROMs work, then we're great. We can dump it for the main project. It's bad for me because it only means there's something else wrong with this board. Like, this could be dead, that could be dead. No, I mean the Galileo chip. Sorry. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't even know if the hard drive works, to be honest with you. I haven't even checked that yet. But yeah, and I'm going to be shipping them off to London tomorrow to get them checked out by Nimajamin. And hopefully it does. Hopefully for me they don't work, and I have to pay to get them reflashed. At which point then I know that this is going to work fine, and I got a very cheap board. However, knowing my luck, that's not going to be the case. Anyway, I thought I'd give you a quick look over the Midway Seattle board and a couple of repair notes for you. Firstly, this is the lithium-ion battery, and lithium-ion batteries obviously leak. Firstly, don't let the Galileo chip go. If you want to check if it's leaked, you want to desolder these 2 points, at which point you can wiggle this out and it should pop out, and make sure there's no acid on there. This cap over here, right here, nearby the jammer connector, if this one blows up, this is the -5 volt line. This is a 10 microfarad at 16 volt capacitor, so hopefully that helps. That I've had to replace because some reason the -5 volt shorted out on this board. Also, the processor is socketed, which is fantastic. It means that you see it's thicker. It's not BGA soldered, so you can literally remove this because it's a LIF package, low insertion force package. Yeah, so I thought I'd show you about. Actually, what I'll show you. This jammer connector is only used for the sound, video, and the start buttons. It's not useful. Coin counter and start buttons. It's not used for much else. This gun widget board over here. This is what it looks like. This is an Altera Flex based unit. It's got 2 fuses on it. I don't know what the fuse settings are. I think it's 250 volts at X amount, but I don't know why it's got fuses on. Maybe for some ridiculous reason. Anyway, the guns connect up into there. Ooh, the guns connect up into here. This is 2-player. This is 1-player. This is actually standard. I'll show you this. Okay, you know PC headers? Well, if you don't, they look like this. Well, this is a fan connector, but this is standard PC spacing. I think this is called 0.100 spacing. So any spare PC connectors you have, they'll fit beautifully in this. So, and yes, the port A and B I don't believe are used. All that's used is the gun, and you have the 5 volt ground, the sensor, which is basically the cathode ray scanner, and then you have the switch 1 and 2, which is your shot and reload, because they use a shotgun type controller where you pump it to reload it. And yeah, that literally just screws onto the side there. If you're buying a CarnEvil board and it doesn't have the gun widget board, don't bother getting it. I mean, I can't see gun widget boards for sale, but even if they are, the seller's going to know that they're going to be worth a bit, so they'll be quite expensive. Yeah, anyway, and another little thing, you remember my gauntlet board? You might not, but this is my gauntlet board. This is a Midway Vegas board. Yeah. Today, this decided to go set itself on fire. I don't know if you'll see that. You see that black mark? That's where a capacitor set on fire. I've replaced that capacitor there, you can see. That was a 2200 microfarad capacitor at 16 volts. I've replaced that. So yes, the moral of the story is don't mess about with the -5 volt line. Anyway, that's going to be an in-progress repair video, and I will update you with its status as I get it onto it. All I'm going to do is send the ROMs off and see if they work, and if they do, good and bad. If they don't, again, good and bad. It's a shame for the main project, but great for me. And yeah, if it doesn't work, then well, if it does work, it doesn't work, I don't know. I'll put up another video on it. All I'm going to be doing though is showing you maybe it working and showing you how to wire it up. But yeah, so just a little insight into the Midway Seattle board and what has happened with me recently. Anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed.